Man, if we're talking loyalty in The Sopranos, Sil's got it in spades. Out of these guys, he's easily the most loyal to Tony, hands down. The one time he kind of went against Tony, that whole floor tile debacle. But come on, it was just a mix-up with the timeline. No big deal, right? I mean, we've been through a lot with Sil. The guy's practically family at this point, just like the rest of the crew. Irregardless, as Paulie would say, Sil played his part, said his piece, and still kept things running smoothly. But here's the thing. Sil's loyalty goes beyond the little stuff. Take the Blue Comet, for instance. Bert Gervasi tries pulling him into the whole New York plot to whack Tony. Sil could have easily taken that offer and walked away with his hands clean, but nah, he wasn't having it. He made a choice and took Bert out instead, sending a message to anyone thinking about crossing Tony. Don't even think about it. And let's be real, Tony trusted Sil the way nobody else could. Sil was more than just a consigliere. He was Tony's right-hand guy in every sense. When Ralph and Richie were going off the rails, or when Tony Blundetto went rogue with that unsanctioned hit, Silvio was always there with the kind of advice Tony needed to hear, even when it was hard. And sometimes Sil didn't even need to say a word. That deadpan stare, it was his way of telling Tony, you're being an idiot and you know it. And the best part? It always worked. Sil wasn't a yes man. He supported Tony, no doubt, but he also knew when to push back, to make Tony see when he was screwing up, to help him clean up whatever mess he'd gotten himself into. Sil was that rare mix, loyal to a fault, but not afraid to keep Tony in check when it mattered most. And that's why he'll always be one of the most iconic characters in the series. Buona fortuna, Sil. You've earned it.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Wise guys, lend me your ears. I'm now an Audible associate, which means you get a special deal. Sign up with my link and get a free Audible trial. A whole month to binge your favorite books. Think Donnie Brasco, The Godfather, Wise Guy, Casino. All the classics to get you feeling like Tony before a sit-down. And hey, if it's not for you, forget about it. Cancel anytime, no strings attached. Don't miss this chance to turn your downtime into a story straight out of The Sopranos.